Hello there everybody, Sam Strange here. Welcome not back to the railway, but to a footpath and the bottom of a very, very large hill. Now I am hoping to go to a real existent railway today called the Steeple Grange Light Railway. And there are lots of easy ways to get to that railway, but today I've chosen to go up this massive hill. Now this hill might not look anything much on camera, but believe me, this is a very, very difficult hill to climb on foot. It's also very long, about a mile long. And the crazy thing is, this footpath, known as the High Peaks Trail today, actually used to be a real railway. And it begs the question, how the devil did any sort of train ascend this massive hill? A locomotive could never do it. Well, the answer lies at the top of the hill. You've got this, which is an old engine house, and inside there would be a large steam engine of some description which would haul the wagons up the great big hill using cables. Yeah, very little left. So you can imagine the track going along this way, and then there'd be some sort of wheel here which bends the cable round, and the engine would be inside there. And at the bottom there, you can see the pulley where the wire would be reversed. But it also begs the question, how did wagons come down this hill safely? Well, they built this. It's a catch pit at the bottom of the hill, so if a cable broke or a wagon went runaway, it would crash down into this pit and cause minimal damage. And as you can see, there's a wagon in here already. I don't know whether that's just been put there for show or not, but it sure brings the imagination to life. And you can kind of see how this would have worked. I mean, the pit is directly in line with the railway, so if anything did go haywire, it would obviously come straight down, crashing into the pit. And if everything's working well and the descent is nice and controlled, you would be able to have a set of points there which would bring the wagons round. This isn't a railway anymore, of course. The Cromford and High Peaks Railway closed back in 1967, but there are still a couple of operating railways around here, and I'm hoping to check out one of them today, so come with me. So this is it. This is the station, so to speak, of the Steeple Grange Light Railway. And this railway has been here since the mid-1980s, 1985. But of course, back in the day there was a railway here. It was standard gauge, believe it or not, and it was used to transport limestone, very high quality limestone apparently. And I think they're very proud of this gravestone that they've got here near the station, and you can tell that it was very high quality limestone. And these days they've got sort of battery powered locomotives that haul very, very cool little passenger carriages up and down. They have got a few diesels there as well. I did see a couple of diesels knocking around, but everything running today seems to be the battery powered sort. So now we're heading back up the branch line. This is a very, very short trip, sort of 30-40 seconds, something like that. And now we're going to try out the slightly longer line, which follows the old route of the limestone railway from many, many years ago. And during the very cold weather of last winter, a guy was telling us that they had quite a serious rockfall along the main stretch of railway, to the point where they had to close down for quite a while. And even now they're only able to take passengers sort of halfway up the line, which is about a kilometre long, I would say. So today it sounds like we're only able to go about halfway up the line, but the tickets are effectively free. They are not charging for tickets at the moment. They've just got donations, and so we just popped a few pounds into a bucket and that was all. The staff here are absolutely fantastic. We've just had a free talk on geology, and I've handled fool's gold and seen some fossils that came out of the limestone here. Absolutely fantastic. And now we're going to try out the slightly longer line, which follows the old route of the limestone railway. So there you have it, that was just a quick ride on the Steeple Grange Light Railway. You can see some of the old quarries behind me in the distance. Yeah, that's what the railway used to serve. To be honest, absolutely fantastic. So inexpensive. I think a normal ticket is £5 per person. But they weren't even doing that today because half of it was shut. So, you know, very inexpensive, value for money, absolutely top notch. All of the staff were absolutely lovely there. Every single person we saw was willing to give up lots of information and tell us all about the place. Really fascinating. So if you want to spend some time in a lovely place on a pretty unusual railway, definitely head down here. I'll include a link to the website down in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon. All right, cheers folks. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm back home now, but I really did enjoy my trip on the Steeple Grange Light Railway. The railway is run entirely by volunteers, and it also relies on visitors to the attraction in order to stay in operation. Because they are quite limited by the recent rockfall, the railway is completely free to ride until they can reopen the entire line. The railway is open from the first Sunday in April to the last Sunday in September, and they're located near Wirksworth with limited parking available. And so I can really recommend dropping by to take a ride. It's about 25 minutes normally, and of course more importantly make a donation so that the railway can keep going. They've only been given a year to make their repairs by the powers that be, so they could definitely use your support when they reopen in April. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Alright, cheers everybody.